Grace, and right now I'm going to be doing a book haul. I have gotten these books in like the past month and a half, 2 months, I think. A lot are for a review actually, and some are just some I bought, and I'm so excited about all of them, so let's get into them. The first book I have here to show you, I got gifted from my Aunt Lori, so thanks so much Aunt Lolo for doing this. She knows that I am obsessed with World War II, so she just bought me Valkyrie, I think that's how you pronounce it. I believe this was a movie actually, and it's about the story of the plot to kill Hitler by its last member. I'm so excited. There's pictures in this, and I think it's just going to be a great time. I'm so excited, so thanks Aunt Lo again. Next book I have here is One Last Evening by Christopher Williams, and I would consider Chris a friend of mine. He has a YouTube channel, he has a Twitter where he always talks about films because he's a big film buff, and this is his new book that he just published, so I'm very, very excited to read it. It sounds awesome. It's a psychological thriller, and it follows 8 different perspectives, and these kids all just graduated high school. They're going off to different colleges, but they want to have like one last hurrah. But something ominous is going on, and so I'm just very, very excited to read this because I love anything that is twisty and scary. It's just my type of thing, so very excited to read this one. The next 2 books I received from the author, and that is, I believe it's Schism, and book 2, which is Unity, and it's by Laura Massiano, I believe. But she was kind enough to ask me if I wanted to review these, and I definitely do. They sound really unique. It follows this guy who, he's in art school, I believe, or he's doing art therapy because he needs to get his memories back. He has no memories of his fiancée, and he believes that all of his memories are in a different realm, and I think it's the 4th dimension or something. And so he meets this girl who also has like this connection with the 4th dimension, and I guess people took her family, and it sounds really crazy, and it has great reviews, so I'm very, very excited, and this cover is really cool. And also, she was kind enough to write me a little note, which I love, and she signed it, which makes me happy. The next book I picked up kind of on a whim. I was at Barnes & Noble and I saw it, and I was just like, Max from Well Done Books loves this book so much and always talks about it. I believe this is one of his favorite books, and it is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I hope I said that right, but all I know is that this book is supposed to be super extremely devastating, and just to be aware of that going in, because it's like tragic, and I'm excited, a little nervous, a little terrified for this, but I need something like this. I need to switch up my reading and just read something that will impact me in a way that I will remember. So thanks Max for making me pick this up. Next book I also picked up on a whim, but the price was so great. It was like $5 at Barnes & Noble, so I couldn't pass that up. I've heard amazing things about it, and that is The First 15 Lives of Harry August by Claire North. And this follows a man named Harry August, obviously, and he is I believe at the end of his 11th life, and usually when he dies he always goes back to where he was as a child, just with the previous knowledge from his previous lives. But this time it's different, and a little girl appears at his bedside, and she says, "I nearly missed you, Dr. August," and that she has to send him a message. So it sounds exciting and peculiar and just very interesting. And also I've heard a lot of good things about the audiobook, so I might audio this, don't know yet. But nonetheless, this will be, hopefully, a very, very good book. The next book that I got has a bit of a story behind it, and that is, when I was little, I used to be obsessed. My mom has this like box set of movies, and they were westerns, and I was obsessed with like 2 of them because they were about romance, and I was all about romance. I still am, I love romance, but it was a western, and it was just this like epic, intense romance that I was way too freaking young to watch. I was like only in 3rd grade, but my mom let me watch Sex and the City when I was in 4th grade. I like finished all the seasons, and I watched the movies. I was very much into Sex and the City. I mean, that's besides the point. But I was obsessed with these westerns, and I was talking to my aunt, and she said that her favorite book was called The Lonesome Dove, and that clicked in my head, and I was like, was that a western? And she said yeah, and it was the movies or the show or whatever, the box set that I used to watch when I was little, and it's a book, and it's called The Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry, and it's a love story, an adventure, and an epic of the frontier. It won the Pulitzer Prize Award, and it's just supposed to be like this grand book that will change your life, and I'm so ready to read this. I'm so excited, and it's just beautiful. It's just gorgeous. I'm so excited to read this western. This is like a straight western that I'm just, can't tell, my thoughts are a little bit everywhere. But I'm just very, very excited that I have this. I have here, I received in exchange for an honest review by Penguin Teen, so thank you so much, Penguin, for sending me this. And that is Highly Illogical Behavior by John Corey Whaley. And from what I gather, it follows this boy, and he actually suffers from agoraphobia, which I believe is a fear of leaving your house. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And so he has very severe anxiety, but this girl named Lisa comes in and she's determined to fix him. And she comes in with her boyfriend and they all three form this bond, and stuff happens. That's all I really want to know. Don't want to know too much because it is quite short. But it sounds good. It sounds like a great coming of age novel, and I haven't read a lot of books dealing with mental illness, and I really need to remedy that, and this sounds like a great book, and this cover is just crazy good. So, is that a spaceship? That looks like an alien saucer. Oh, cool. The next book I was also sent by Penguin in exchange for an honest review, so thank you again, and that is Under the Harrow by Flynn Barry. And this is a psychological thriller. It follows this woman named Nora, and she is going to go visit her sister. And she gets on a train from London to go visit her sister in the countryside, but when she gets to her sister's house, her sister has been murdered, and Nora's very shaken up, and while her sister's investigation is going on, I believe that Nora uncovers clues, but she doesn't want to go to the police because the police have wronged her in her past, and she's just very obsessed with, I believe, finding her sister's killer, and she becomes so obsessed with it that she becomes unrecognizable. And I'm just very much in the mood for this. It just sounds like it says it's terrifying and it's haunting, and I'm just so in the mood for that right now. So yes, this comes out on June 14th of this year, so look out for that. Next book I was also sent by Penguin Teen, and I cannot freaking believe I was sent this because I'm just so excited. You saw it. And that is The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Ahdieh. And if you didn't know, oh my gosh, how could I forget the name? The Wrath and the Dawn by her was one of my favorite books of last year, and it's still so fresh in my mind. I don't even need to reread it. I just want to get into this. I'm so excited to read this. It's so gorgeous. So thank you so much, Penguin Teen, for sending me this. This is like a dream come true. I can't believe I have it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'll be definitely reading this very, very soon. The next book I have here, I cannot believe it's in my lap. I've waited, and I can't believe it's like unreal. And that is The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater, the last book in the Raven cycle. I've not read this because I can't, because I've been busy and I can't read anything till I have nothing to do. I won't even pick up another book either. This is the next book I'm gonna read. I just need to not be busy. And I got this from the Fountain Bookstore, and Maggie Stiefvater doodled on it. So beautiful. And she also, this is a doodle plate which she drew and signed. And it's the Raven boys in blue. Oh my gosh, and Blue's clips are all over her hair, and there's Noah. Oh my god. I'm so excited. It's unreal. And the last book I have to show you, I just bought today. Very exciting. And that is A Court of Mist and Fury by Miss Sarah J. Maas. I had no idea this book was this big. That's a great surprise. I love when books are bigger than you expect them to be because it means it's gonna last longer. I'm just really nervous to read this though, because I remember ending Court of Thorns and Roses. Like, I really enjoyed that book, but there was like a love triangle introduced in the end, and I just really hope that doesn't take precedence over, you know, in this book. But nonetheless, I will probably enjoy it because Sarah J. Maas, and I'm very, very excited. Those are all the books that I have to show you today. I've been doing really good with the book buying thing. I mean, even if I bought books, I don't think that's a bad thing because it's my money and I do with it what I want. I buy Snicket toys and treats all the time, huh? And she bites me. She just bites me. It's so rude. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh shoot. You scared me!